This all feels super weird. We've spent the last 5 years looking for a massive project, and we just got one. I should be stoked. In the unforgiving world of Klondike gold mining, Parker Schnabel made the boldest move of his career, a $15 million investment in Dominion Creek, with the revolutionary Roxon wash plant at the heart of his operation. His crew pushed through punishing conditions in pursuit of a staggering 5,000-ounce gold target. But what drove a young miner to bet everything on a single claim? No one could have predicted what Parker would uncover when he first laid eyes on this remote stretch of Dominion Creek, or the chain of events his massive gamble would set in motion. A $15 million bet in a remote corner of the Yukon Territory, where temperatures plunged below -40 degrees and the ground stayed frozen for most of the year. Parker Schnabel placed the biggest bet of his life. $15 million, enough to buy a luxury mansion in Beverly Hills, all invested in a stretch of rugged terrain known as Dominion Creek. For a 28-year-old gold miner, it was the kind of decision that made investors sweat and old-timers shake their heads. But Parker's track record spoke for itself. Since taking over his grandfather's mining operation as a teenager, he'd pulled over $60 million in gold from the frozen ground. This time, though, the stakes were different. His ambitious target at Dominion Creek was 5,000 ounces of gold, worth over $10 million at current market prices. The investment breakdown was enough to make anyone's head spin. $3 million went into securing the mining rights alone, another $4 million purchased essential heavy machinery, such as excavators, bulldozers, and rock trucks that worked around the clock in the harsh Klondike conditions. The rest was tied up in fuel costs, crew wages, camp expenses, and a revolutionary piece of equipment that Parker believed would change everything. The decision to mine Dominion Creek wasn't made on a whim. Historical records showed this area was one of the richest gold-producing regions during the famous Klondike Gold Rush of 1898. The early miners, working with nothing but picks and shovels, pulled millions in gold from these grounds, but they could only reach what was close to the surface. Modern technology allowed Parker's team to dig deeper, process more dirt, and hopefully uncover gold deposits that those early prospectors could never reach. The pressure to succeed was immense. Every day, the operation burned through thousands of dollars in fuel and wages. The math was simple but brutal. They needed to find at least 20 ounces of gold daily just to cover operational costs. That's nearly $1 million worth of gold every month just to keep the lights on. Parker's strategy: push harder, dig deeper, and embrace cutting-edge technology that could give him an edge over other mining operations. But what made Dominion Creek worth such a massive gamble? According to Parker's research, the ancient creek bed lay atop an even older river system, one that potentially carried gold for thousands of years before being buried under layers of rock and permafrost. This geological setup was similar to some of the richest gold-bearing grounds in Alaska. If his theory proved correct, the payoff could be astronomical. The challenges, however, were as massive as the potential rewards. Unlike his previous mining sites, Dominion Creek presented unique geological challenges. The gold-bearing gravel lay beneath 30 feet of frozen mud and rock, material that had to be stripped away before they could even reach the valuable pay dirt. It was like trying to unwrap a precious gift that had been frozen solid and buried under a mountain of ice. Wayne Gretzky once said, "You miss 100% of the shots you don't take." Parker had this quote plastered on his office wall, and it seemed to drive every decision he made at Dominion Creek. But even Gretzky never had to bet $15 million on a single shot. As Parker's crew broke ground on this ambitious project, one piece of equipment stood out from all the rest: a massive, custom-built wash plant that would revolutionize their operation. But what made this new piece of machinery so special? And could it really transform their hunt for Klondike gold? Breaking ground with the revolutionary Roxon wash plant at the heart of Parker's Dominion Creek operation stood an engineering marvel that represented 2 years of careful planning and development. The Roxon wash plant, unlike traditional wash plants that processed around 150 yards of material per hour, was designed to handle an unprecedented 250 yards, making it 40% more efficient than anything Parker had used before. The plant's most innovative feature was its advanced gold recovery system. Using a combination of specialized mats and cutting-edge screening technology, Roxon could capture gold particles as small as half a millimeter, pieces that would have been lost with conventional equipment. The plant's unique design included triple-deck screening decks, allowing for more precise material separation and ultimately higher gold recovery rates. Standing 3 stories tall and weighing over 100 tons, Roxon required a specialized team just to operate it. The plant featured an automated control system that monitored water pressure, material flow, and screening efficiency in real time. This level of automation was unprecedented in the Klondike, where most operations still relied on manual adjustments and visual inspections. But implementing this revolutionary technology came with its own set of challenges. The first major hurdle emerged when the team discovered that Roxanne's massive weight required a specially engineered pad to prevent it from sinking into the thawing permafrost. The solution involved creating a reinforced foundation using crushed rock and steel supports, an additional expense Parker hadn't initially factored into his budget. Water management proved to be another crucial challenge. Roxanne's enhanced processing capacity meant it required over 4,000 gallons of water per minute to operate effectively. This necessitated the construction of an elaborate water recycling system, including settlement ponds and pumping stations that stretched across half a mile of the claim. The plant's sophisticated electronics also faced unique challenges in the harsh Klondike environment. To protect the sensitive control systems from extreme temperatures and moisture, the team had to design custom-built climate-controlled housing units. These units consumed additional power but were essential for maintaining Roxanne's precise operations in temperatures that often dropped below freezing. Despite these hurdles, Roxanne's early performance showed promising results. During its first full day of operation, the plant processed over 2,000 yards of material, nearly double what Parker's previous equipment could handle. The improved screening efficiency meant less waste material needed to be processed, saving valuable time and fuel costs. Perhaps most importantly, Roxanne's advanced gold recovery system proved its worth when it captured several large nuggets that might have been missed by conventional equipment. One particularly significant discovery was a 7-ounce nugget, the largest single piece of gold ever found at Dominion Creek. This find alone justified months of planning and adjustment. The plant's name itself carried special significance. Parker named it after his late mother, Roxanne, who had always supported his mining dreams. This personal touch reminded the entire crew that, despite all the technical innovations, mining remained a deeply human endeavor. As Roxanne transformed the way Parker's team approached gold recovery at Dominion Creek, the operation faced its biggest test yet. The ambitious target of processing 5,000 ounces of gold seemed more achievable with this revolutionary equipment, but the team was about to discover that even the most advanced technology couldn't prevent what happened next. What unexpected challenge would push Parker's $15 million investment to its absolute limit? The day everything changed at Dominion Creek, an unexpected discovery shifted the trajectory of Parker's ambitious mining venture. Deep in an area where ancient tailings met virgin ground, Parker's crew encountered something that would validate their methodical approach to working this claim. As Parker noted at the time, "In this area right here, I think there's going to be a bunch of golden tailings. If there is, it's great because there's no stripping." The significance of this find wasn't just in its location, but in its timing. With mounting financial pressures and the constant strain of operating expensive equipment like Roxanne, the operation needed a breakthrough. The team had been processing steady amounts, 30, 35, 40, 56.85 ounces in their runs, but they needed more to justify their massive investment. The discovery came during a critical cleanout when the sluice box yielded 125 ounces. Even this remarkable find wasn't just about the quantity. It represented the kind of rich ground they'd hoped existed at Dominion Creek. The gold's location in an area with minimal overburden meant they could process it efficiently without the extensive stripping operation that typically slowed their progress. As Parker acknowledged during the find, "We need to get some money coming in because we're going to be broke very soon." This discovery provided that crucial financial lifeline. The team adapted their mining strategy immediately, focusing their efforts on this promising zone while maintaining careful documentation of their progress. The validation of their initial geological assessment proved particularly significant. The gold they found matched their theories about ancient waterways and historic mining practices, suggesting there could be more similar deposits within their claim. Each excavator scoop in this area had the potential to uncover more of the rich pay dirt they desperately needed. Perhaps most importantly, this discovery brought renewed energy to the operation. After weeks of battling equipment issues and harsh conditions, having tangible proof of Dominion Creek's potential reinvigorated the entire crew. The find showed that Parker's instincts about the claim, despite its high purchase price, weren't unfounded. As news of their success spread through the Klondike mining community, it raised an important question. How would the human element, the daily grind, the physical toll, and the psychological pressure impact their ability to maximize this opportunity? The real cost of chasing gold, behind every ounce of gold pulled from Dominion Creek, lay untold hours of physical exertion, mental strain, and raw determination from Parker's crew. Their days began before sunrise and often extended well past sunset, with the harsh Klondike elements testing their resolve at every turn. Equipment breakdowns emerged as one of their most formidable enemies. When the main water pump failed during a crucial mining phase, the crew worked through the night in temperatures well below freezing to prevent their systems from icing up. As Parker noted during the crisis, "If we don't solve it, we lose it. Right now, it looks like that's our only option." The shaker deck, essential for separating gold from waste material, presented its own unique challenges. When worn parts threatened to halt production, crew members had to perform precarious repairs at heights of up to 20 feet, all while battling fierce winds and rain. Every minute of downtime meant lost opportunities to process potentially gold-rich pay dirt. Training new team members added another layer of complexity to their operation. As Parker observed, "I don't really like training new people that much, but in some ways, a bad economy is good for us in that fuel prices are low." The challenging economic conditions meant they could attract experienced operators, but integrating them into the team while maintaining production targets proved demanding. The physical toll on the crew manifested in various ways. Long hours operating heavy machinery led to chronic fatigue. The constant vibration from equipment caused numbness in hands and arms. Even simple tasks became challenging in the perpetually muddy conditions where every step required careful consideration to avoid injury. The psychological pressure weighed heavily as well. With millions invested in the operation, each decision carried significant financial implications. When Parker discovered issues with material processing, his frustration was evident. "I shouldn't have to walk your floor." "What's up, buddy? I thought everybody knew how to dig pay, but there are round rocks everywhere." The crew's living conditions reflected the remote nature of their operation. They spent months away from their families, living in basic accommodations where the line between work and rest often blurred. During critical phases of mining, 18-hour workdays became the norm rather than the exception. Maintaining the massive fleet of equipment required constant vigilance. The extreme conditions at Dominion Creek accelerated wear on every piece of machinery. From excavator tracks to conveyor belts, components that would normally last an entire season needed frequent replacement, adding to both the physical workload and financial strain. The unforgiving nature of gold mining revealed itself in unexpected ways. When processing plant modifications were needed, the crew couldn't simply call in outside contractors. Instead, they had to rely on their own ingenuity and physical labor to implement solutions, often working with limited tools and resources in challenging conditions. Even routine tasks carried significant risks. Checking the sluice boxes for gold required careful attention while working around pressurized water systems. Maintaining the wash plant meant navigating slippery surfaces high above the ground. Every aspect of the operation demanded constant awareness and physical resilience. Yet despite these challenges, the crew's determination never wavered. Their shared goal of making Dominion Creek successful bonded them together, creating a team that could overcome seemingly insurmountable obstacles. But as the physical and mental demands of mining took their toll, a crucial question emerged that you must be wondering too. In the modern gold mining industry, where success and failure often hinged on factors beyond human control, how do the economics of such a massive operation actually play out? Gold mining in modern times. The economics behind Parker's Dominion Creek operation revealed the complex reality of modern gold mining. While the historic Klondike miners needed little more than a pan and a dream, Parker's operation burned through thousands of gallons of diesel fuel daily just to keep running. Their operational expenses painted a stark picture of modern mining economics. Even on good days, the fuel costs alone exceeded $2,000 each. A massive rock truck consumed approximately 50 gallons of diesel per shift. With multiple machines running simultaneously, fuel costs frequently reached 5 figures weekly. The payroll structure reflected the specialized nature of modern mining. Equipment operators earned between $25 and $40 per hour, depending on their experience and the machinery they handled. With a crew of 15 people working extended shifts, the weekly labor costs often exceeded $20,000. Maintenance costs proved equally daunting. A single track for their largest excavator cost $115,000 to replace. The specialized mats used in Roxon's gold recovery system needed replacement every few weeks, each set carrying a price tag of several thousand. Even seemingly minor components, like the high-pressure water nozzles used in the wash plant, required frequent replacement due to wear from abrasive materials. The operations water management system represented another significant expense. Running the settling ponds required powerful pumps that consumed both fuel and maintenance resources. The environmental compliance costs associated with water usage and reclamation added another layer of financial complexity to the operation. Parker's team had to carefully balance their processing decisions, as he explained while examining some challenging material. You can fight tooth and nail to be more productive, or you can go out and find ground that's twice as good. This strategic choice between processing more material versus finding richer ground directly impacted their bottom line. The market's influence on their operation proved significant. Gold prices fluctuated daily, affecting the profitability of every ounce they recovered. During this period, gold prices hovered around $2,000 per ounce, but the costs of extraction meant their actual profit margin was far smaller. Insurance costs represented another major expense. With millions of dollars worth of equipment operating in harsh conditions, comprehensive coverage was essential. The premium for their equipment alone exceeded $100,000 annually, not including liability coverage for their crew. The operations supply chain demanded careful management. Parts and supplies often needed to be ordered weeks in advance due to their remote location. Storing surplus critical components tied up capital but was necessary to prevent costly downtimes. Even basic supplies like steel-toed boots and safety equipment for the crew added up to significant monthly expenses. Weather conditions directly impacted their financial performance. Rainfall could shut down operations for days, while maintaining winter operations required specialized equipment and additional fuel for heating. These weather-related challenges added another layer of unpredictability to their financial planning. As Parker observed during a crucial phase of their operation, the more that the world gets, the higher the price gold should go. But with such massive operational costs eating into their potential profits, what would the future hold for this ambitious mining venture at Dominion Creek? As operations at Dominion Creek progressed, Parker's focus shifted to long-term sustainability and strategic planning. His decision to explore Alaskan opportunities while maintaining the Dominion Creek operation showed his evolving approach to mining. Now we're onto a good piece of ground in Alaska, and border restrictions look like they're easing, he explained, demonstrating his strategy of diversifying mining locations. The crew's experience with the revolutionary Roxon wash plant had proven valuable beyond their initial expectations. It's got a lot more sluice run with it, and so that's what should increase our yardage, Parker noted during a critical phase of operations. This technological advancement set new standards for their future operations, suggesting that similar innovations would play a crucial role in their upcoming ventures. The handling of the Dominion Creek pay dirt revealed important lessons about resource management. When processing the material through their initial plant, Parker acknowledged the challenges. The economic factors influencing their operation continued to evolve. Parker's observation that a bad economy is good for us in that fuel prices are low revealed his understanding of how broader economic conditions affected mining operations. This insight helped guide their planning for future seasons and investments. Their experience with training and maintaining a skilled crew proved invaluable. I don't really like training new people that much, Parker had admitted, but the process of building and maintaining a reliable team became crucial for their ongoing success. The knowledge transfer and skill development within the crew strengthened their operational capabilities for future projects. The discovery of rich pay dirt in unexpected areas of Dominion Creek influenced their future prospecting strategies. As Parker noted while examining promising ground in this area, "Right here, I think there's going to be a bunch of gold in tailings." This kind of geological insight would prove crucial for identifying profitable mining locations in the years ahead. The financial pressures and risks they faced at Dominion Creek shaped their approach to future investments. Their careful monitoring of operational costs, from fuel consumption to equipment maintenance, established important benchmarks for evaluating new opportunities. Every lesson learned from managing the $15 million investment at Dominion Creek would inform future decision-making. Looking ahead, Parker's operation demonstrated the evolving nature of modern gold mining. The integration of advanced technology, the importance of skilled labor, and the need for strategic resource management all pointed toward a future where success would depend on much more than just finding rich ground. The legacy of their work at Dominion Creek extended beyond the gold recovered. Their innovative approaches to problem-solving, adaptation to challenging conditions, and ability to maintain operations under extreme pressure set new standards for mining in the Klondike. The experience gained at Dominion Creek, from managing complex equipment to handling the psychological pressures of high-stakes mining, prepared Parker and his crew for whatever challenges lay ahead. Their story at Dominion Creek wasn't just about the gold they found. It was about the evolution of a mining operation that helped redefine what was possible in modern gold mining. Parker Schnabel's $15 million gamble at Dominion Creek showcased the true essence of modern gold mining, where cutting-edge technology like Roxanne met raw determination, where every scoop of dirt could mean fortune or failure, and where a crew's resilience was tested daily against nature's harshest elements. From unexpected discoveries to brutal challenges, their journey revealed what it really takes to strike it rich in the Klondike. What would you risk everything for? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't miss future gold mining adventures. Like the video, hit subscribe, and join our mining community. See you soon.